What's up, everyone? Welcome to another show, man. Jammin with J Money. We back. It's another day. We breathing, man. It's always a good day. You never know when, you know what I'm saying, what'll happen, man. It gets people passing every day. You just got to cherish every single day, man. SBR, you know what I'm saying, Jammin with J Money. We here every day. What's up? This is my guy, Teddy Covers. It's my guy, Junior Brown. What's up, Teddy? Everything good with you? I know you glad the NBA is back.
Yeah, I'm ready, dude. It's so funny because it's only a week, and yet it feels like 100 years. It's like it's been a long time since we've captained a full NBA card. So, yeah, I'm looking forward, and I actually like the card tonight for what it's worth. So, looking forward to breaking down these games.
Exactly. Yeah, I like the card as well, man. We got Dale Rice in here, Caleb Lewis, Hector Santana, Mr. 508er. What's up, Tasha? Vincent Steegers in here, Bobby Arms. We got Jerry in here. Like I say, what's up, Tasha? We got Steven. We appreciate all y'all. We had like 24 people in the chat ever since like 30 minutes before the show, man. People, y'all, they just like me, man. I'm sitting here at the computer 3 hours early, man. So I couldn't wait for today's show, man. What's up, Junior? Everything cool with you?
Yeah, man, I just want to echo something Teddy just said. When you cap the NBA, sometimes you feel overwhelmed just because there's so many games every day, unlike, say, capping football. At the same time, as soon as there's no games, you're like, you feel like you don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like you've got all this energy, you're ready to go, and there's nothing to do. Nothing. I felt like there was nothing to watch. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I feel like Christmas morning.
Yeah, no, for real. Chris could barely sleep, man. Went to sleep late, woke up early, just ready to get back to it. Only 6 games today. And like I say, it's only three of us today, but y'all definitely make sure y'all get to SBR video /NBA.com where we got the articles. Even though Jordan's not on the show today, he still has an article out there. So I mean, you can go check out his picks. Myself, Junior, and you guys know Teddy. He does all sorts of things, man. Teddy, you know what I'm saying? He's the GOAT. He's the legend. So we're gonna try to get to some money today, though, man. We know 6 games on the slate. Like I say, get over there, SBR video, all that good stuff, man. Like, subscribe, click the link below, all that. But we're gonna get to the first game of the day: Bucks versus Pistons, man. Bucks laying 13 here. It's 13. Maybe might be going to 13 and a half in some spots here pretty soon versus the Pistons. Pistons are just hopeless, man, here at the house. We know the Bucks are just a freight train. Be interesting to see how some of these teams come out after the long layoff. We know some teams had players in the All-Star game with All-Star festivities. Other teams didn't have any. So, I mean, it could be somewhat of a motivational factor there. Be interesting to see how some of these, especially the upper echelon teams, come out here out of the gate. You have any thoughts on this one, Junior? I know you like the Bucks. I know that Bucks first half is damn near your middle name. What you got on this one, Junior?
Yeah, and true to my middle name, I got the Bucks first half and first quarter. I don't like 13 and a half on the road coming off a long layoff. You have to at least show the Pistons like, some level of respect. I'm not really sure what the Pistons are after all the moves. Are they better now that they've lost Drummond and Reggie Jackson? That remains to be seen. We've seen weird things in the NBA, though, with teams losing players and, kind of coming together and finding some kind of chemistry. But I just think in 2020, if your best player is Derrick Rose, it's rough. It's rough. He's still very good, much better than, after all the injuries that he's had, he's much better than I thought he could ever be again. So I don't want to disrespect Derrick Rose. But I'm just saying, if you're trying to win basketball games, asking him to be your lead guy at this point in his career, it's pretty rough. So we'll see what they're about. On the flip side, we know what Milwaukee's about. Milwaukee's about coming out early and putting their foot on your neck and then cruising in the second half, sometimes to the detriment of those of us that have them on the full game spread. So you already called it before I said it. I've been riding with Milwaukee first quarter, first half, especially first half all season long. I'll say I don't love the number because I say all the time on the show, I prefer my first quarter. If I'm laying points in the first quarter, I prefer to have to only cover a one possession game. I've got it at 3.5, so I don't love the 3.5. But I'm pretty confident that they'll cover the 7.5 in the first half.
I like it. I like it. Teddy, what's your thoughts on this game? You think the Bucks gonna come out slow here? You think they're gonna come out fast? No rust whatsoever off the All Star break, or you think they come out fire and pick up right where they left off before the break?
Well, right where they left off before the break was a loss. And if there's one trend that's been worth riding in the NBA for the last 2 years, it's Bucks off a loss. They've been incredible against the spread last year and this year. Now, again, there's been a week off between the last game and this game. I don't know if it holds the same value now that it has, but I'll tell you what, it's a one-way game for me. I will not bet against the Bucks off a single defeat. And you look at this series history, I mean, you want to talk one-sided. The last 8 meetings between these two teams, Milwaukee's 8-0 straight up. They're 8-0 against the spread, and they've won every single one of those games by double-digit margins, 7 of the 8 by 14 or more, enough to cover the spread tonight. So to say the Bucks have owned the Pistons is not overstating it. And then you talked about, Junior's talking about Derrick Rose as being the Pistons' best player. Who's the Pistons' second best player? Crickets. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know who that is.
They're at the bottom. I think maybe the rookie, Mishalik or whatever. I mean, it's not Langston Galloway. I mean, who's their second best player? The Pistons are really rough right now. If I'm playing, I'm laying. It's Milwaukee or pass. That being said, I'm not playing it. I mean, laying 13 and a half on the road in the first game after the break. It's not anything there are better bets to be made on today's card, in my opinion. But I ain't playing. I'm not betting against the Bucks. It's not off a loss and not against a bottom feeder. They destroy teams like Detroit.
Exactly. You said it right there, Teddy. That was the thing that had me. I mean, I didn't feel comfortable laying 13 on the road here with the first game back. They are 8-0 ATS the past 8 games and covered 9 out of 10 in those games as well. But it was just the 13 was just too much for me. I mean, maybe if it was revenge or something like that, where I know for a fact they was coming and want to smash them. Nothing, no added angle, anything like that. It's just or they're gonna come in here, come to play, and you're gonna ask them to be up by 20 going into the third quarter here. I mean, obviously, even if they take their guys out, they're probably not going to push it to the limit here first game back. It's just really if they care enough, really, in this one. It's really what it comes down to. Obviously, they can blow them out if they want to, but it's just I don't feel comfortable laying at 13 coming off the break, man. I really don't, especially on the road. It feels at the house, different story, man. But y'all right with my guy Junior there. He liked the first quarter, first half. No look for me or Teddy on that thing. And it's up to 13 and a half as well. Obviously, money going to continue to pile on the Bucks there. It's just I don't have a strong enough feel on that one. Let's get to the Heat and the Hawks, man. I know this one originally opened at 5.5. It moved up to 6, now 6.5 for the Heat here. They did have some plenty of roll woes there. We know that the Hawks can be pretty scrappy here at the house. Be interesting to see if the Heat can come in here and put their foot down on the Hawks here on the road. Did you have a look on this one, Junior? You taking the Heat in this spot?
No, I'm still off the Heat. It's been a couple weeks now. In the first half of the season, I was really all over the Heat. First quarter, first half. Them and the Bucks were my two biggest, the teams that cashed for me the most. That being said, the Heat haven't really been right for a few weeks, especially on the road. I have to see after such a long layoff. I trust them even less. I just got to see what they're about. I think 6.5 points is just too many points right now against a Hawks team where, they're not great, but they're not going to lose every game. And if they're going to win games and they're going to look good, it's going to be at the house. And if listen, the way Miami's looked on the road, I cannot lay this many points with them. It's just that simple. So it's a stay away for me because the Hawks are not good enough for me to take these points either. I don't trust them. Clint Capella apparently is going to be out for several weeks with a heel injury. Not even really sure what Clint Capella, what's a lineup of Clint Capella and John Collins really going to look like. It's basically 2 bigs. So that's going to be weird to see how they're going to incorporate Capella into their lineup. But that's talking in the future. Just for the present tense, this game, I just don't see an angle on it. So it's a stay away.
Exactly, and the Heat have beaten the three. They faced off 3 times already this year. The Heat have beaten them 3 times. One time they did play in Atlanta. The Heat won 106-96. It was at the beginning of the year. And then I know Atlanta did take them to overtime in Miami and ended up losing by 14 points. I remember that was pretty crazy there. Atlanta actually kept it close and then just absolutely let go of the ropes in overtime. So I mean they played them close, getting 6.5 here at the house. Like I say, actually, I mean the way that the Heat were playing on the road going into the break, it'll be. I don't. I mean, for me to say that or bet with confidence for them to turn the saying that they turned it on the road. I mean, they had played 5 straight road games going into the break. They had only won one of them. That was versus Golden State, and then Jimmy Butler basically suited up in the game. Was like, all right, we can't lose to Golden State. You see what I'm saying? So they went 1-4 on that road trip. Now another now another road game versus the Hawks. What you think, Teddy? You think taking the points here with the Hawks is the right decision here?
I'm not going to get involved in this one, and it's exactly what you guys are talking about. Miami. I'm not afraid to take Miami on the road. You know that road trip they had before the break. Jimmy Butler was hurt. They didn't play well. They ran into a bunch of wrong teams at the wrong time. I'm not looking at Miami and saying I can't take this team stepping down in class. I don't trust them on the highway. I think Miami would be just fine away from home. I don't look at the woes that they've had as something that's necessarily going to move forward in the second of the campaign. Miami's still a bet-on team. All that said, I think Atlanta is too. You know, and one of the things we like to do after the All-Star break, you know, identify bottom feeders who have checked out on the season and bet against them for the entire month of March. Atlanta hasn't shown signs of that. You know, Atlanta hasn't been a team that's all right. We're done. We're going to stick. You know, the effort's not there on a night in, night out basis. Their effort's still there, and it's a roster that got a jolt of energy at the trading deadline. I think there could be money to be made betting on the Hawks over the second half of the campaign. In a sense, you could say they've underachieved given the talent level at hand. Of course, given the Collins injury over the first half of the campaign, and given the fact that they had literally nothing in the low post for the better part of 2 months. So I think Miami has the potential to make money, and on the highway, they have potential to make money. Atlanta has potential to be a moneymaker as well as an underlooked bottom feeder that hasn't quit on the season. So bet on versus bet on, pass for me.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, I need to see the Heat. I need to see them string together some wins on the road, comfortable wins at that. I mean, they land 6.5 here and taking money's continuing to take money. You might even get a 7 with the Hawks game. We've seen them being the active dog at the house, be scrappy. I mean, come out hot as well. The Hawks sometimes they piss away the lead in the second half, but sometimes they will win straight up at the house. Like I say, it's a little triple revenge spot for the Hawks there. Might have to get them boys a look. And to answer your question there, Junior. And you can't forget them boys got Deadman from the Kings over there. Remember, he used to play for the Hawks a couple of years back. They got Deadman over there in college. So right now they're running 2 bigs at one time. So it's like you say, it's gonna be interesting to see when Capella get out there. Then they gonna have you got 3 bigs out there now. They still got guys like Fernando as well, but Damian Jones. So they actually got a lot of centers. It was crazy because the Hawks were actually making moves at the trade deadline. As bad as the team as the record were, I mean, like Teddy said, they haven't been giving up, man. So like you say, it's bet on against bet on. I wouldn't the losing streak on the road for the Heat. I mean, it could come to a stop here. That break almost really happened at the same at a great time. They still don't have Tyler Hero here though, so I mean, everyone's still not completely healthy. It'd be interesting to see the Heat got a new little look right here too. But what they should overmatch the Hawks here. But it'd be interesting to see how they continue to play on the road here. I definitely have my eye on them. No bet on that game for me, man. Let's get to the Nets versus the 76ers here. I know it was down to 8 last night, Teddy, and now it's up to 8.5. I had to do a write up on this game. I'm riding with my guy Teddy on this one, man. I'm taking the points here, and the one thing I do have to say real quick before I let you break it down, Teddy, that Joel Embiid didn't play in either of those 3 games that they played so far this season. So this is gonna be the first time with Embiid out there. We saw sometimes where he's out, and they just have Horford in there, and they kind of play a little bit better. Now he's in there. I mean, that's less touches for everybody else. The ball didn't really move as much. It kind of sticks. I mean, it'd be interesting to see us back up to 8.5 now. I like the Nets. What you got? Break it down for us, Teddy. You told us you liked this one yesterday.
Yeah, there's something just coming down on the injury front literally right now. I'm seeing it from 2 minutes ago, where Ben Simmons has now been downgraded to questionable with a back
Ooh,
injury, back spasms.
ooh,
And we're seeing a couple books just took the line down. If you watch your SBR
ooh.
live odds screen right now, you'll see this line's about to move. So we're going to see money in the next 10 minutes coming in on Brooklyn because of the Ben Simmons situation. So if you like the Nets, this is a run, don't walk to the window situation right now. This line literally is about to move as we speak with the Simmons downgrade. And again, he may end up playing, the line may end up coming back up, but leading indicator book's already down to 7.5 on this one. My concept here is really simple. I think the Nets are an undervalued commodity. I understand they haven't had Kyrie Irving in the lineup. I understand they haven't had Kevin Durant all year. They've been just fine without those two guys. They're a playoff team without those two guys, and yet they continue to be priced as a bottom feeder. And no, I understand that the Nets, it's not a great matchup for them against Philadelphia. It really isn't, not with a healthy Embiid. All that said, the Sixers haven't exactly been putting their foot down, even in the home favorites role. Philadelphia, you look at them laying points in this range, not profitable. I got them 33% ATS laying 7 or higher this year. So this isn't Philly's role. Brooklyn catching big points. Heck yeah, it's been their role. They went into the break hot. I think they come out of the break and I expect them to be competitive tonight. So I do like the Nets plus the points. That's in my pocket against Philadelphia this evening. And again, that line is about to move. It hadn't done so already with the Ben Simmons injury info that's just coming out right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Hopefully it's not a pump fake. You know what I'm saying? But look, so I just want to tell you guys with this, we liked the Nets before Ben Simmons was ruled out. So I mean, we like this. If you guys watched it, there were many people on the show yesterday live watching. But if you tuned in, we told you yesterday that Teddy came on here, broke it down for you. Like the Nets, pretty much me and Junior pretty much agree with him as well. I know I did the write up on this one last night, so I mean I took the Nets as well plus the 8. It's up to 8.5 now. Well, not now because it's down to 7.5 now. But we like this even with Simmons in. If he's out, we're gonna love it even more. But I think they were live dog even with full strength for the for Philly here, especially with it being a little revenge spot, a couple double revenge. Really, they faced off 3 times already this year. They lost the most previous 2. They was up in the fourth quarter in the last game. In the most previous game, Ben Simmons had to go off in the game. Had a 34-point triple double. That was the only reason why Philly beat them in Brooklyn. So I mean, hey, liking the Nets here plus the points, man. What you think, Junior? You riding with us?
Yes, it's one of my official plays in my article on SBR.com. I took Nets plus 8. I wish I got them at 8.5, but I got them at plus 8. Couple of different reasons that I took the Nets. First of all, Philly's 5-5 in the last 5. Now those 5 losses have been on the road, and they're a much different team at home. I do understand that, but if you've been really watching how they play, I don't think that you can just blindly lay 8.5, especially against a Brooklyn team that's been playing much better defense. The month of February, which is a 6-game sample size, they're 4-2 in the month. They're 3rd in the NBA in defensive rating over that span, and they're actually pretty good on offense. They're 5th. Philly, during that same span, which would be the month of February, is 26th in offense. Their offense, especially in the half court, like I always mention, has just not looked good. You throw in Ben Simmons with back spasms now. I love this even more, really. I just think the market is not respecting Brooklyn enough, or maybe showing Philly too much respect because of, for obvious reasons. They're almost unbeatable at home. I think they just had that 1-2 game losing streak, and those are the only 2 home games that they've lost all season. So I understand, Philly being the favorite. I just think that the price is way too high. I would never lay that many points with Philly, and I'm actually pretty comfortable taking the points with a Brooklyn team that looks like they're really locking down on defense. I trust that against this Philly team does not wow anybody on offense.
Exactly. Yeah, and I can't say that I wouldn't lay that amount of points with Philly against anybody, but against this Brooklyn Nets team, they've been playing well. I know their break, and some teams the break may have come at the right time. Some maybe come at the wrong, but still, the Nets were 5-0 ATS going into the break, and they had covered 7 of their last 8 games. So I mean, they were absolutely rolling. They're not any scrubs right now. They got plenty of experience playing without Kyrie Irving. We finna get this fucking cash tonight, man. I'm
Jay,
heated. I'm still heated. What's up?
No, I wanted to say the last thing the Brooklyn Nets did before the break was snap Toronto's 14, 15 game winning streak. So
They hot.
Yep.
They hot.
yeah, they're ready to go. They're ready to go.
Yeah, they ain't no pushover. They should be getting 8.5. Guys in the chat saying 7.5. If Ben Simmons is truly out, that little half point, it shouldn't, in my opinion, it shouldn't matter. But I'm not telling you to buy it up, but just 7.5 if he's not in there, that's not enough. If he gets listed out officially, obviously the line's gonna move even more. Either way, if he's in, it'll probably go back up, not higher than 8.5. But if he's out, you'll see maybe a 4.5, 5 for sure. Like Teddy said, you better. There's nothing guaranteed, but you better run, not walk, man. Let's get to the next game. We got the Hornets versus the Bulls here. I know it was sitting at 5 pretty much all day yesterday. Dipped down to 4.5 today. I know it's a lot of people out there liking the Hornets. I don't have a strong feel for this. I know I did look somewhere and see that Wendell Carter Jr. was going to come back today, but then I saw that he was listed out for today. Not real sure what's going on with that one, but even he probably be rusty even if he did come back. Me personally, I still don't think that the Hornets are bet on. Rozier, he's gonna come back. Cody Martin and Cody Zeller are all gonna be back in this game. But in my opinion, it's bet against and versus bet against. That's why I'm not betting this guy. And it's tough for me to lay the points with the Bulls here. I do think they're gonna win this game. I think this is a winnable game for them, despite them not liking their coach being trash. Them having a lot of players on the injury list. I do think this is a winnable game at the house versus the Hornets. I don't want to lay that 4.5, 5 with them, I must say, but I am leaning towards the Bulls, but I probably won't get there. What you got with this one, Junior? I know this one ain't really up your alley.
Yeah, no, this is just a pass. This is a pass on the show. This is a pass on NBA League Pass. This is just a pass all across the board. I will not be getting involved financially with these two teams. Thank you very much.
He said, my guy said, not even on NBA League Pass. That was funny right there, man. Like I say, if I gun to my head, I would have to lay the points with the Bulls, man. But I do think if there's any games they can win, they can beat the Hornets at the house, man. That's just if they come to play. But like you say, it could be one of them teams where they don't give a damn anymore. It could be. That's why I don't know. What you think, Teddy? I think you say you like the Hornets.
I put 3 bets in my pocket today. One of them was Brooklyn, as we already talked about. One of them was Charlotte. Plus, I got 5. It's 4.5 right now, the prevailing number. Chicago can't be laying. All right. The Bulls, they can't be laying. You find these teams, and I love games like this on NBA League Pass. I'll be tuned into this one because you make money with teams like this. You find who's going to play and who's not going to play and who's got energy for the second half and who's already playing out the string. And, both of these teams have legit tank potential down the stretch. We might make money betting, and we might be betting against Charlotte every game. We might be betting against Chicago every game. We might be betting them both against every game. It literally, so these are games I love to watch because you see, is there effort there? Because if their effort's not there, the first game out of the break, there's issues moving forward. For bottom feeder teams. But I got the Bulls 9-24 against the spread. Their last 33 at home against a sub 500 foes. They just don't beat the bad teams. And without Carter, without Markkanen, without Porter, without Dunn, without Valentine tonight, it's not a roster that can be laying points. I'll take my shot with Rozier and Bridges and PJ Washington and Devontae Graham and everybody else. Worth noting, last time these two teams met, 83-73. The game stayed under by like 60 points. I would not be surprised if tonight's game ends up being another relatively low-scoring affair.
Yeah, I can see it. And honestly, I kind of said pretty much the same thing, that I think both of them are, and I don't want to lay the point. Pretty much two bad teams. I can just take the points. The Hornets could be a live dogger. They could easily win the game. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. You see them go into Chicago and beat them 83-73, like you say. So they're 5-0 ATS the last 5 games versus the Bulls. They beat them all 3 times already this year. Like I said, man, and Teddy's right there. This is one to watch to see if the Bulls really, which one of these teams really care. Like I say, if the Bulls, even if they do care, then obviously it's pretty simple. If they do care, then if they still interested in playing, I think this is a winnable game for them. They could possibly cover, but if they are truly tanking here, we'll see tonight because they'll lose this game straight up. But if they come to play, I think it's a winnable game versus the Hornets. Like I say, they came into their house and beat them by 10, hit them to 73 points. The Bulls are, I mean, they're pretty bad, but they some games they do actually get up. Obviously, you can't forget Zach LaVine will be the best player out there on the floor. The Hornets still have some players over there, but in my opinion, they're still not a good team on the road. It'd be interesting to see if it's a tough game for them. But I'm with Teddy. I do have to watch it because it's going to tell me a lot. But first glance, I will tell you guys, I was thinking about taking the Bulls here, man. I got my red on today, and I never wear red, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, when I'm going for a team that's wearing red, I'll wear it. Ain't sure. I got some J's. I got them red 11s and them red and black 18s. I'll put them on. But I didn't go with the Bulls today. It's not the team that's wearing red that I'm going with today. We'll get to it. You'll believe that. We'll get to it. Let's get to the next game, man. We got the Grizzlies versus the Kings. And it's tough, man. It's tough being on something that you know that everybody's gonna be on it. I can't stand it. It really does rub me up, but they do cash sometimes. They do cash. Really doesn't really matter who's all on it. Sometimes the shit is it is what it is. It just shit looks good. You gotta hop on it. Kings open at -1.5, down to -1 to a pick. Then Grizzlies -1. Now you see Grizzlies -1.5. I like the Grizzlies too, man. It is on the road. And Fox does always try to show up versus Jammin. And somebody in the chat playing around talking about Jammin. Listen, that don't play like that, man. Don't do that. Cause he had me going to look at all my shit like, nah, I ain't saying nothing like that. Nah, man. I think the Grizzlies gonna get them here, man. I think the Grizzlies. It is on the road, but I'm taking the Grizzlies over the Kings any day, baby. You look at the lineups. I'm still taking the Grizzlies team over the Kings any day, even without Winslow still being out there. What's up with that one, Junior? Right? We talked about this one yesterday too. You riding the Grizzlies? It is pretty cheap, but it's not the same line that it was yesterday, Junior. But still, pretty much it's pretty much just picking the winner of the game. You still like the Grizzlies here?
Yeah, it's my last official play. I got him as at a pick'em. I like the Grizzlies. Why wouldn't you? They've for the last 2 months, they've been one of the better teams in the NBA. They back on December 7th, they were 6-16. They started off the season horribly, but since then they're 22-11. That's the sixth most wins in the league over that span. So. They've proven a level of consistency, and what I like about them is that they're starting to play a little bit of defense now. Their offense hasn't been great, or wasn't great, because I know this has been like a week off. Headed into the break the last 2 weeks, their offense wasn't looking good. It had slowed way down, but their defense had shot way up. So what that tells me with a young team is that they're finding different ways to win. I know you can kind of bend some numbers to fit your specific argument, but my main argument with that is even though their offense struggled, for 2 weeks, they went 4-2 in that span. So this is a young team that's finding different ways to win. They're above 500, 28-26 now, fighting for that 8th seed. I just think that they're trending in the opposite direction of Sacramento. I don't see Sacramento really going anywhere right now. I see a lot of talent on Sacramento's roster. Not really the biggest fan of their coach. I don't hate him as much as you do, Jay, because he's still pretty young, so he could keep learning. But as of right now, I don't love him. So I'm rolling with the Grizzlies at what I consider a pretty cheap price, considering the way they've looked for a pretty long stretch.
Bill Walton, Luke Walton is a joke. His dad's a joke as well, he's a fucking joke, man. I'm sorry, and I think Holmes is coming back today, man. I think Holmes is. I don't care, man. Grizzlies are a better team. Fox gonna really have to show up. I was gonna go a little deeper into this game, but I don't really need to, man. I like the Grizzlies here. I'd be surprised if they lost this game here. If they want to hold on to that playoff spot, you got to win these type of games. The last time they played, they ended up losing, pissed that game away. They was up 16 in the first half, and Sacramento ended up pissing that game away, ended up losing by 5. Yeah, Sacramento came back and got hot or whatever. That was a different team. That's when they had Hill. Now they moved Hill to the second team and all this. I don't know what they're doing, man. It worked for them there for a second, but Grizzlies are a better team, pretty much. That's simple. Like the Grizzlies here. What you think, Teddy?
Sure. The problem that I have with Memphis today is only a problem. Well, there's two problems. One is maturity. Okay. When the last time these two teams met, they were both 13 and 22, and Sacramento won the game. Since that time, Memphis has gotten really hot, 15 and 4 their last 19. Sacramento's, they're 8 and 11. That's the difference between these two teams. So last time they met, same record, Kings won. Now, Memphis has been on this great run, 20 games where they've been, way overachieving compared to what we thought they were going to do, what they were capable of doing. Now, they're coming out of the break. They have to bring that same intensity and that mentality after the break. I don't know that I trust Memphis to do that yet. And the lines moved 3 points. It was Kings minus 1.5. Now it's Grizzlies minus 1.5. So even with the success that Memphis has had, Sacramento's shown they can beat them. I don't trust the Grizzlies coming out of the break. And I've lost my line value. So it's not like I'm trying to make a case for the Kings. I'm not. Memphis is a better team. But it's not a spot where I'm comfortable laying the price with the Grizzlies. It's a pass for me.
Got you. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, man, if Holmes is coming back, how he's gonna look. Obviously, he hadn't been out there with him in a while. In that last game, he had a really good game for him. He had 18 points, 7 rebounds. Obviously they're gonna need him. They're gonna need his energy out there. And like I said, I still like the Grizz here. If the Kings do end up upsetting them, like I say, it'll be surprising, man. But I still think you pretty much just pick the winner of the game. I think the Grizz is gonna get it done. Like I say, if they don't win these, you can't win these type of games, man. You probably ain't gonna hold on to that last spot in the 8th, man. Let's get to the last game of the day, man. I probably one of the biggest games today, the second game on TNT today for everybody to see. And I know it looks juicy for the Warriors. Their line opened up at a 10. It was bet down to 9 immediately. Sharps was hopping all over Golden State. It crept back up slowly but surely, 9.5. Now it's back up to 10. I like the Rockets here, man, and this is one of those plays I've been thinking about it for a while, man. For a while, the Rockets lost to the Warriors on Christmas Day, and you could throw out the stats, all that. This is one where I ain't looking at stats, just a spot, obviously. And Giannis, and they know about Giannis talking shit about Harden and all that. They know about all that. Harden gonna come to play today. You're gonna have Russell Westbrook out there, the dog. They got a little revamped team. If they go to the Lakers and beat them by 10, you got a revenge spot going against the Warriors here tonight. And when you lost on Christmas Day in front of everybody on that TV, got your ass handed to you, not just lost. Now you got a chance to redeem yourself. You rested up, and Harden's pissed off with all the comments. Oh, okay, you want to take shots? Okay. Even after he locked Giannis up, really, now I see Giannis throwing elbows to him, all type of shit. The disrespect is real. Not a huge fan of Harden, but I am when I bet on him. I need that 30-point triple-double Russell Westbrook tonight, man. If there's any team for them to get right, show that they're one of the best teams in the West, is gonna be the worst tonight. Wiggins, yeah, gave him a little shot, all that, but that's gonna die down after a while. Warriors still one of the worst teams in the league. There's no real reason to, get up for these type of games. It's a reason to get up, but they're not finna win it, man. They'll beat a little lower tier game. The Rockets, in my opinion, are finna smash the Warriors tonight. I think it's 10 for a reason. As long as they come in here, if revenge still means anything, they finna smack the Warriors tonight in their house on national TV, and Harden's going for fucking 50 tonight. And I'm betting on them, man. It is a trifecta for the Rockets, and nobody's gonna like it. And I kind of like it when nobody likes it. What you think, Junior? Tell me that I'm on the good stuff.
You know me, bro. I am not in the Rockets business. So what I would say is that I'm gonna watch this game. Hope that Golden State comes out a little hot, and hope I catch a nice price on the live line. I'm not laying double digits with the Rockets on the road. That's that. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, revenge game. Jay back from the All-Star fucking break. Let's do it. What's up, Teddy? What you think? What you got on this one?
All right. Sorry. One last note on Sacramento, Memphis. Jabari Parker is supposed to make his Kings debut tonight. For whatever that's worth. I don't know if that makes them better or worse. But they're working in a pretty strong offensive low post threat. Whether Holmes plays or not, it will give them something in the low post tonight against the Grizzlies. When it comes to the Rockets and the Warriors, here's the quote. Let me get the quote right now. And this is one of these read between the lines quotes. You're talking about Harden being mad. You're talking about the Rockets. This is what Mike D'Antoni's saying about Houston over the back half of the campaign. And make no mistake about it, the Rockets have just, in the last month, completely remade their roster, completely remade their style of play. They're learning on the fly right now with a team that, with a style that no one else in the league plays. And D'Antoni's doing in a unique fashion. So it's not like he can go, oh, well, this is how you do this. That's how you do this. They're learning. D'Antoni's quote, we're trying to get better. At the same time, we have to win games. The most important thing is to get the team right and playing well as we go into the playoffs. The second thing is to get a good seed. Note the priority list. The first thing is about how we're playing. The second thing is about winning games. And last on that list is let's win games by margin. So I don't trust Houston in this role. No way. And then we look at Golden State, and the quote's coming out again. Wiggins is someone who was supposed to be a transcendent player in this league. Number 1 overall draft. They were rigging for Wiggins back in the day, before the Cavs traded him. And Minnesota, things didn't pan out there. But, boy, you read the quotes in that locker room, we're like, we love this guy. We're excited to be playing with him. We're going to have a really good team when everybody gets healthy. So I like the quotes coming out of Golden State. I don't trust Houston at all right now in this double-digit point spread range. And, again, the Rockets, Rockets laying 7.5 or higher this year. I've got them 8-14 against the number. Warriors at +10 or higher. They're 10-5 against the number this year. So this is Golden State's role. This is not Houston's role. Put them all together. I've got Golden State +10 in my pocket, Jammin. Jay, looks like we're on opposite sides of this one. So we get to talk trash to each other next time, depending on who wins and who loses.
And honestly, yeah, I mean, I won't talk too much trash. I mean, if I cash it, I'll be happy enough with the cash in my pocket. No, I'm being dead serious with you. I won't say. I mean, we always recap. We always recap. If it's a loss, say it's a loss. But like I tell you, I've been thinking about this play since yesterday. I think they've been thinking about this shit, even though it's the break. And I think that maybe that's the only little crinkle in it. How would the Rockets coming in off the break? But you can't forget this same team. And I understand the learning. This is what D'Antoni does. That's what they do. No defense thing, all offense, spread a small ball. This is what they do. The Rockets know this. They went and beat the Celtics. That was on a 7-game win streak. I backed the Rockets, and I was very confident on it. This was the last game before the break, and they won that game 116-105 soundly, in my opinion. They were up 20 by that point. If the Rockets are going to turn a corner, they got to come out in these games on national TV versus the inferior opponent. They got to come in here and smack them around. You got Jordan Poole at the point guard. Jordan Poole and Damian Lee are the starting 1 and 2. That's who's going to be guarding Russell Westbrook and James Harden. You got to be fucking kidding me. I mean, you just have to be. Sorry, I'm sorry, but excuse my French. Come on now. Jordan Poole running the point guard, sticking guarding hard tonight. That hard. The beer tonight. You want to say the cooking tonight. I mean, it just added extra motivation that they lost this game already on national TV, got their ass handed to them. And then with the Giannis, I mean, you're going to look at the Rockets page. They retweeted Giannis comments. It's today's social media. Harden knows about this. With that, plus it being revenge, and plus with them having to string get these type of wins, I can understand someone saying, hey, yeah, they're going to win, but maybe not by 10. But in my opinion, I think they're going to smash them tonight by double digits with ease. I think they're going to smash them from the get-go and never look back. This is a first quarter, first half full game for me on the Rockets. And I'll post all the plays to Twitter right at the show, along with the write-up on the Nets that I did last night. I like the Rockets. It's my most confident player today. And I respect Teddy. I'll tell you guys this. I respect Teddy, but I can't let even my guy Teddy, legendary Teddy, talk me off of this play. I got to ride with it. If I lose, I lose. If the Rockets win this game, they're not losing again. It's if they're going to win by 10 or more. I think they win it by 15 to 20 points, and I'm pretty confident in it. If I lose, like I say, man, you can fade me. You could tell me anything can happen. Nothing is guaranteed. But I think that's the best bet on the board tonight. And it's high, but I do think it's high for a reason. Don't forget that that the Warriors were a 7-point underdog to the Phoenix Suns. As bad as they were playing, as bad as their Suns. If the Rockets come to play tonight, like I think they are, with all the extra added motivation, they're going to smack the Warriors tonight, and I think they're going to do it with ease. That's just my take on it. Junior, you want to recap them with your plays before we get out of here, my guy?
Yeah, for sure. I got Bucks first quarter -3.5, first half -7.5. I've got the Nets +8. I think Philly's got one eye on a possible smackdown on Saturday that they might catch from the Bucks. I will be fading the Sixers in that game for sure. Sorry, but back to today. I got the Grizzlies at a pick'em, and that's it. Those are my 4 plays.
I like it, Junior. I like it, Junior. Teddy, my guy Teddy, you want to recap him with your plays, brother?
Sure, I got 3 dogs today. I took the Bulls. I'm betting against the Bulls. I took Charlotte +5. That's down to 4.5. I wouldn't talk anyone out of taking them at +4.5 in that game. I've got Brooklyn +8.5 in pocket. You can still find 8s right now if you shop around. And I've got Golden State +10 in my pocket as well. So Jay and I on the opposite sides of that one. And look, I'm with you 100%. I'm really not a trash talker at all. Because the bottom line in this business is whether you do good or bad or not because you're feeling wealthy or you're feeling poor. And that has everything to do, So when it comes to you and I, we're going to be on opposite sides of games. We have to be on opposite sides of games on times. If everyone agreed with everything, there'd be no betting market. So, I wish you all the luck in the world, and I'll take a push at 10 with Golden State. But my hunch is the Warriors might keep this one a little bit closer than you expect. Good luck.
Appreciate you. Yeah, you're right. And my thing, like you say, with the we can't always agree. Obviously when we do agree on something, man, look, y'all better hammer this shit. Y'all better get on it because hey, when we all agree on something, y'all better watch. The bookies better watch out. They don't want to see me coming there with the hoodie on like the Grim Reaper. But yeah, sometimes we're gonna be on different sides. It is what it is, man. It can always be on the. It ain't like we, what I'm saying, getting on each other, getting each other's plays before. Hey, we always got to be on the right side. It is what it is, man. We're gonna, what I'm saying, some will cash and some will lose. It is what it is, but y'all know we're gonna try. We're just trying to come together, break the bookies, man, together, man. We're gonna try to get to some money. Y'all know y'all going to check out the articles on SBR Video /NBA. All that, man. I'll click the link below. Hit the like button if y'all don't mind, man. It goes a long way. We got 512 people watching. We need 500 likes, man. The people that's going to rewatch the show, y'all hit the like button. Just log on to YouTube real quick and hit the like button and come back and check us out tomorrow, man. It's probably just gonna be me, Junior, tomorrow. I think Teddy just on with us Monday through Thursday, but we still gonna be back, man. Monday through Saturday, every day. Jammin with J Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific. Y'all know what we're trying to do, man. Trying to get some cash. Leche, Alo's Bookmakers.